for those who don't know me, I'm Terry's daughter, Aspen. I've sort of become the spokesperson for the family these past few months. So it's just sort of natural that I've become a little mini hostess for this celebration. And I'd actually like to begin with some of my dad's own words. So this is a poem that he wrote. The clouds are bellowing their thunderous roars. The rains are beating up under the doors. The waters are turning from a jade template to a murky dark powder of salt and algae. The sails are flapping in the strong storm breeze. The captain is steering in the rough water seas. The lightning is flashing with electricity. The birds are flying through the swaying of the trees. But out on the horizon is a clear blue sky, for it was just a shower that was passing us by. Sort of fitting with all the rain we've been having. Since we've had to say goodbye to him, there have been many days where we as a family felt stormy clouds hanging over us. We've definitely had to steer through some rough seas these past few months. But just as he said in the poem, there's a clear blue sky on the horizon. The storm became a shower and then a drizzle as we moved farther from its path. We can still feel some sprinkles, but we can also feel the sun's rays when we lean into the messages and memories that Terry has left us with. That's what we want to celebrate today. So we're glad that you all chose to be here to be a part of this with us. Myself, my brother, my mom, Terry's mom, and the rest of the family. We'll share our thoughts about Terry with you all, and we'd love to hear from some of you as well. With that, his mom, Jam, would like to say a few words.
Okay. All right, the title of this letter is Getting to Know Terry. He had his own way, no changes. Oh, pardon me, people. His father passed away when he was about 9 years old, and he took it upon himself to support the family of 4 young kids, his brothers and sister. And he was going to get a paper route. We lived out in the country, and he had a little bicycle. So then he decided, no, that wasn't enough. He was going to get a dump truck. That would work better. Well, neither one worked. And then as he got more towards his teenage years, he got that walk that they had and the hair. And he decided he didn't think he was a stud. He knew he was a stud. And that's the truth. And try to get him to walk correctly and get that out of his he was not about to do it. No way. Let's see.
Keep going.
I didn't make it up. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you touched his hair or his car, you were not going to heaven when you died. Absolutely not. There was no way. He always cracked me up with the walk and his outlook on life. And he ended up being not wanting, but giving. He always tried to make sure I didn't want for anything. He figured out how to solve it and help me out all the time, all his life, till he passed away. That was his goal in life, it seemed like. Let's see. Some of the things, when your father passed away, it was like, Dad, now what do you do? So I thought, okay, we're going to take a trip. And we went to where, Elvis Presley lives, Memphis. We went to Memphis and drove up and down through Memphis, and we found wherever Elvis Presley lived. And there was a guard shack, and the gate was open, so we just drove in the big driveway, and there's the front porch. And so I knocked on the door, and this guy came out, and Elvis is in Massachusetts doing a concert. But this had happened to be, I learned later, his Uncle Tom, or his manager Tom. I can't remember, but his name was Tom. And he sat on the bench with us at on the front porch, and I have a picture of that. So from there, I don't know where we're going. New Orleans. I thought, okay, they're going to see New Orleans. And there was a place where it's men, but they're dressed like women, whatever you want to call them. And I thought, I'm going to show them this. So we went to the guy at the door, and I explained, these are 4 little orphans, and I'm their mother, and I want them to see what's going on in the world. And the guy goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," like that, and my kids were all in shock. And he said, yeah, I guess I can let you in, but where's Terry? Where's Terry? He's out there amongst them in the club, talking to them, so, which is illegal. So I went ahead, got him out of there. And gosh, there were some other places that was, where's Terry? Where's Terry? Oh, when we went snow skiing, they had never skied, so I took them there, and they gave us an instructor just for the 4 kids and me. Well, I already knew how to ski, and she's describing things, and okay, where's Terry? We can't find Terry. And he has ditched the poles, and he's flying down the mountain, and he's about 10 years old. And they nicknamed him Hot Dog. Watch out, here comes Hot Dog, every time we got on the slopes. So that was part of life with him. He was fun, and I had to understand how he thought about the world. And, oh gosh, I don't know where all we went. Oh, we went to nudie beaches. It was time he saw nude girls. So we went to nudie beach in, down by, I don't know where it was, I don't remember. Down by Galveston, so Port Aransas. And it had a sign, nudie beaches. And so the kids started talking about it. And Danny, the oldest one, he knew how to drive, but he didn't have a license. I said, well, there's a van, go. And so they did. They came back like that and never wanted to go again. I said, that looked just too funny. So, anyway. Oh, you had to look. Well, you didn't look oh, he finally grew up. We always watched football together, like he was in Texas and I was at home, and we get on the phone and he'd decide which game we're going to watch. We always did that on Saturdays, and I really miss that. That's hard. That's hard. Oh yeah, I'll tell you about the skiing in New Orleans. I was trying to think of crazy stuff. Didn't you help me?
That's enough.
I can't remember some other crazy stuff that he did. But oh, they don't know. Yeah, Daniel knows about Red River, but there wasn't anything.
They don't know any of your stories.
She can tell us later.
He took up to snow skiing pretty well, and I don't know what other crazy stuff he did.
I think that's enough.
That's enough? Okay. She's telling me to politely shut up and listen. So that's all I can, that's how Terry was to me. He never took, he never asked, he gave. He just gave all the time. So I hope a lot of boys here, sons, do that to their parents. Don't think so much of themselves, think of the parent and the grandparent. So anyway, thank you for listening.
That was everyone's first time hearing that little speech. Now his son Hunter would like to say some words.
My dad would feel grateful and touched to see so many people expressing their love for him leading up to and including today. For the past few months, there has been an outpouring of messages and stories from people who knew my dad throughout his life. He had a profound impact on so many people, me being one of them. From the very beginning, my dad was my guide, my mentor, and my biggest cheerleader. But I never felt that more so than in the last 7 years of his life. For those who don't know, my dad suffered a brain injury in 2016. It was terrifying, but through sheer determination and strength, he not only survived, but thrived. He changed for the better. It was a turning point, a blessing in disguise that brought us closer together, forging an unbreakable bond that enriched both of our lives. My dad constantly taught me the art of finding my own way in life, teaching me the invaluable lessons of independence and self-reliance. And boy, did he demonstrate his independence. He knew exactly what he liked. He had a boundless love for the sun and the water, and he would often immerse himself in their warmth without a second thought for sunscreen. If I didn't constantly take on the responsibility of lathering him up, he would have looked like a big tomato. But his impatience to soak up these moments served as a reminder to seize the day and relish in its beauty. He also knew what he didn't like, for example, unnecessarily spending money. My dad's cheapness was legendary. He was the king of expired coupons and the master of finding the best seat in the house for a sports game right in front of the TV. To put it simply, he was a cheapskate. Sure, on special occasions, we went to a few Rangers games together, but you best believe we were in the nosebleeds eating the cheapest food we could find. But amidst his thrifty ways, he never skimped on the things that truly mattered, like spending quality time with his loved ones. I know that he did things he wouldn't normally do just so we could hang out together. While he may have only lasted 5 minutes in a kayak, his willingness to try new things, even if just for my sake, demonstrated his boundless love and commitment as a father. Sports was a big passion of ours. Countless hours were spent watching golf, soccer, baseball, and of course, football. No matter how many times the Cowboys disappointed us, my dad's trademark line of, "How about them cowgirls?" always brought a smile to our faces. Our love for you two also knew no bounds. I can't even count how many evenings were spent watching their concerts on DVD, but nothing would compare to the magic of experiencing them live together. It was a night etched in our memories forever. My dad was a man of simple pleasures, but above all, he was kind. He checked in on those he cared about. He struck up conversations with strangers. He loved with his whole heart. I hope that is what he's remembered for. Dad, wherever you are now, I hope you found your tiny beach house and you're enjoying every moment by the water. Though you may no longer be physically here, I feel you every day and know you'll be by my side for the rest of my life. Thank you for making me the man I am today.
Our journeys are often shaped by both triumphs and trials, and Terry's story is no exception. At the tender age of 9, like Jan said, Terry experienced a loss that would forever alter the course of his life, the passing of his own father. It was a blow that shattered his world and ignited a flame of resentment towards the world around him. He spent many years running wild, navigating through life's ups and downs with a rebellious spirit. Yet, amidst the chaos, fate intervened and leaded him to a chance of encounter in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where he met me at a bar called Desperados, a fitting name for the beginning of our journey together. I wasn't looking for love or anything, but Terry stood out from the crowd. He had a southern drawl, long hair, he smoked cigarettes, not my type at all, but something about him drew me in. We spent the night chatting and walking on the beach. When it was time for him to leave, I left my number in his suitcase when I dropped him off at the airport. Just a little small gesture that began it all. Our connection grew faster than either of us could imagine, and before we knew it, I found myself moving to Oklahoma to build a life with Terry. And more than anything, he longed for a family, and he chose me to share in that dream. His joy at becoming a father was palpable, a happiness that radiated from his soul. Together we embarked on a journey filled with love, learning, and growth. We moved to Texas and spent 2 decades navigating the ups and downs of life together with 2 children. But as fate would have it, our paths diverged and we chose to part ways. But little did we know, the universe had other plans in store. In October of 2016, Terry did suffer a devastating brain injury that erased most of his memory of our life together. Yet amidst the fog of uncertainty, a remarkable transformation took place, and I became Terry's caretaker, and our relationship evolved into a cherished friendship, one marked by compassion and understanding and unwavering support. In those final years, I witnessed Terry's open heart wide to life in family and friendships. He embraced each day with childlike wonder, just finding joy in just the simplest of things. Though we may not have gotten the marriage part right, but our friendship was a testament to the enduring bond we shared. Terry often used to say to me, just let your mess be your message. And in this journey, in his journey, I found profound truth. Because actually, saving Terry saved me in ways I never imagined possible. His resilience, his unwavering spirit, and his boundless capacity for love inspired me to embrace life with renewed hope and gratitude. So let us not mourn the loss of what could have been, but celebrate the beauty of what was. A life filled with courage and compassion and an unwavering belief in the power of love. May his legacy inspire us to embrace each day with open hearts and grateful spirits, knowing that even in our darkest moments, there is light to be found. Terry truly was my soulmate. This little Canadian right here had a beautiful son that I love, and he has 2 beautiful children, that our love is going to continue on. I just want you to know that, and I love you. You really cherished friendships. You talked about all you guys all the time, wanted to know what you were doing, how you were. You missed that brotherhood like no other. And you guys coming here today and just spreading that and talking to other guys, he would love more than anything if you guys just kept something together. You had something special together with American Lives. He loved it there. He truly did. He loved all of you. Okay, that's good.
I've been told many times in my life, maybe a few too many for my liking, that I am very similar to my dad in more ways than one. I think the big one was always that we were people of few words. And let me just say for the record, I think that's a misconception. Honestly, it's because we get exhausted from talking to ourselves in our head all day. There's very little energy for external conversations when you're having internal monologues. Go back to the point. Frankly, I can't say there were many words spoken between me and my dad. But when he spoke to me or talked with other people about me, he always spoke from the heart. And I was able to say my piece in the end. After he passed, I took on the task of going through his belongings. And what he saved more than anything else was words, both his own and others. He had sticky notes with one-liners he thought of, cards from loved ones over the years, repurposed mailed envelopes covered in thoughts and musings, letters my mom wrote during their first few months of parenthood when they were apart, journals and notebooks full of pain, joy, vulnerability. These were chapters of his life I had never read or even knew existed. These were what he chose to save. I've read every single word he scribbled, and I don't think I can offer you all anything more special than what he has already said. So once again, I impart on you some of Terry's own words. Here are 2 poems. And many of his poems and stuff were untitled and unfinished, so. Lyrics aren't always about what's being told. The songs you sing come from the soul. We sing about life or sing about death. Sometimes it's so hard to sing your last breath. A song is a story that's being told for everyone to hear, whether young or old. There have been songs that were written to lift our life, or a song to remind us about a certain night. Songs have been sung by solos or groups. Some of the best songs come from our youth. The instruments, the timing, it's all a part that makes the lyrics a complete true art. You can sit and write with nothing but a pen. The next thing you know, you're writing the end. Lyrics aren't always about what's being told. The songs you sing come from the soul. We sing about life or sing about death. Sometimes it's so hard to sing your last breath. One more song. Remember the minutes in life, not the hours or days, not even the years or decades. The most memorable moments were minutes. The kiss that you can't forget, or the way you were holding hands. Everything happened in minutes. The words that you spoke, or that one-line joke, that song stuck in your head, or that smile that you can't forget. Remember the minutes in life, because the most memorable moments were minutes. And we'd like to take a minute for a moment of silence. Oh, that's it. At this time, if anyone would like to come up and say a few words, or if you want to raise your hand, I'll come by you with the microphone. Give a funny story or anything you'd like to say. Let us know how you do.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Derek Frick. I'm an assistant professional at Cimarron. I had the amazing opportunity to meet Terry here at Hamm. So very special to me to be here. I got to meet Terry through Hunter, unfortunately, but who doesn't love Hunter? Small pieces. Terry, when I first met Terry, just the most genuine, thoughtful, and heartfelt man I've ever met. We taught me to play golf, and he would always ask me questions about golf and how do I swing, and he said, "Oh, I'll teach you." Gave him a few lessons, and I get a video a few days later, and Terry's on the golf course, and he just hits this one that's right in the middle. All about 150 yards, but it was right in the middle. But the big impact that Terry's had on me, the biggest impact he's had on me was his willingness, acceptedness, and very much supportive of my sobriety. So the first 6 months, which I will hit on Wednesday, I dedicated when he found out that I was going, he messaged me. He says, "Hey bud, you're taking a giant step. Keep it up. That's the only way to live." And I'm very proud of you. Because that was awesome to hear, because I unfortunately lost my dad when I was younger. And for that helped me reach out to be closer to Hunter, because we could navigate those waters together. And to Hunter and family and friends, I love you guys. If there's anything I can do, please let me know.
Well, with that, we just want to say again, thank you all for being here and showing your love for us and for Terry. We're going to finish with a slideshow.